Hi everyone, it's Emma, and today I'm doing my December TBR. I have to read a certain amount of books this month because I've been trying to read 100 books this year, and last month I was in a reading slump and I only read like 6 books. My average is like 13, so this month I have to read at least 7 books. Hopefully I'll be actually sticking to this TBR because the past few months I've made TBRs and then not really stuck to them at all. I'm not sure if I actually have 7 books on this list because one of them is a novella, but I allowed for a little leeway so that I could just pick something up if I felt like reading that. The first book that I'm going to read this month, and I think it's what I'll read after I finish the book that I'm currently reading, is A Darkest Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Last month I read This Savage Song and I loved it. It was so good. And I was so happy that I liked it because when I read Vicious months ago, I didn't really like it. I was so upset because so many people love Victoria Schwab or V.E. Schwab's writing. Then when I read This Savage Song, and it was like one of my favorite books that I've read recently, I've been seeing quotes from these books all over the place, and the last one, or the third one, is coming out soonish. So I figured I would pick this up. I was in a bookstore in New York City and they had a bunch of signed books. This one was signed and I was like, this is the perfect time to buy it, and it's lovely and I cannot wait to read it, and I really have a good feeling that I'm gonna like this one. Even though I didn't like her other adult book that I read, I think I will like this one from what I've heard about it. This is one of V.E. Schwab's adult fantasy books, and we follow Kel, who can jump between the different versions of London, I think. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is between them. There's also a girl, Delilah Bard, who I've seen a lot about and I have a feeling I'm gonna really like, and I just can't wait to get into this one, to be honest. I really like her writing style and her world building. If I sound a little funny, I am sick, so I have got my little fox mug. That reminds me of Nikolai every time I use it, but I kind of have sore throat and stuffy nose and stuff, so just please ignore that if you notice it. I'm sorry. The next book that I'm going to read in December is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Last month I read Heartless, and along with really enjoying Heartless and then all of your guys' comments, it gave me the courage to retry this series because last time I picked it up and I got 100 pages in and was not interested at all, so I just put it down. I think I might try the audiobook. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to read this in book form. A lot of people who also had trouble getting into the series recommended that to me. So Cinder is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles series. I forget how many books there are, I think 4. Oh, my camera's crooked. I didn't even notice that. Sorry, guys. They are fairy tale retellings in a sci-fi world. So Cinder is like Cinderella retelling, but she is a cyborg. Is that the right word? She's also a mechanic. People love this series, and I feel like I should love it once I get past the first book. I really want to like it because everybody does. They just sound like such cool ideas, like fairy tale sci-fi retellings. Come on, that's awesome. The next book is one that was on my TBR last month and I didn't get to, so I bounced it to this month, and it's Jacobi by William Ritter. This is the first book in a series. I'm not sure if it's a trilogy or not. I already have the first 2 books. It's about this boy or man, I'm actually not sure how old the characters are, Jacobi, who is an investigator, and this girl Abigail, who becomes his assistant. On the inside it says that it's a cross between Doctor Who and Sherlock, which yeah, that makes me want to read it. That's all I need to know. I can't wait to read this one. It's also really short, which is another reason that I'm reading it this month. The next book is one that I'm so excited to read because I've been saving it for a time when I really needed it. It is The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. Patrick Rothfuss wrote the Kingkiller Chronicles, which I love those books. They're some of my favorite books. And if you guys didn't see the announcement that Lin-Manuel Miranda is doing all of the music for the Kingkiller Chronicles movies, I was so excited. I could almost cry because I love Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I never thought that anyone could do the music in these books justice, and it's so important to me the way that Patrick Rothfuss wrote about the music. Okay, I'm totally off topic. Anyways, if you didn't hear, Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to be involved in the movies of these books, which is just amazing. So, The Slow Regard of Silent Things is a novella about one of the characters in the Kingkiller Chronicles, whose name is Ari, and she is such an interesting character. She's so cute and sweet, and her and Quoth's friendship is so adorable, but she's also very mysterious and you don't know a lot about her. And Patrick Rothfuss wrote this novella, and I've been saving it for a time when I was really missing the Kingkiller Chronicles, so I am. And then the whole Lin-Manuel Miranda announcement got me needing to go back into this world. The other thing that I'm really excited about is that there are illustrations throughout this novella, and they're so cool. Some of them are just small things like that, and then some of them are entire pages. But they're all really pretty, and I really like the style, and I can't wait to read this novella. I'm so happy that I saved this for now because I wanted to read it right after I read the books. For some reason, this series feels like a Christmas time thing, and since I don't have time to reread these 600 plus page books, I'm reading this. The next book that I'm going to read is Love and Misadventure by Lang Leave. I need a sip of tea. Ow, hot. Okay. This is a little poetry book that I picked up last month. The style just seems really sweet. I've heard great things about Lang Leave, although I haven't read her yet. And her little books are so pretty. I really like the way that they're laid out, so I'm really excited to read this one. I am counting poetry books in my 100 books count, so this one counts and it's short. The next book that I'm going to read in December is one that I've talked about reading a couple times, and I'm finally going to do it. Feels like the time, and that's City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I read these books for the first time when I was 15, and I read the first 3 in the Mortal Instruments and really did not like them. But this past year I read The Infernal Devices, and then I finished this series, and then I read Lady Midnight, and I loved all of them. So I'm really excited to go back and reread City of Bones because now I have a feeling I'm going to like it since I already love the characters and I already love the world. I'm buddy reading this with Susie, who I buddy read The Final Empire with, so I'm really excited because we had so much fun buddy reading that together and talking about it. I'm pretty sure you guys all know what this series is, but just in case, this is the first book in the Mortal Instruments series, which has 6 books by Cassandra Clare. It's the first series that she did within the Shadowhunter world, and we follow Clary, who thinks she's just a normal everyday person, and then she suddenly finds out that she's actually a Shadowhunter, and Shadowhunters are people who defend the mortal world from demons, and they're super cool. These books are really fun and easy to read, and I think I'll fly through this, which is another reason that I chose to read it in December. The last book that I have planned to read is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This has been on my shelf for a while. I don't know why, but this month seems to be the month for books like this, like these kind of easy to read fun fantasy books or sci-fi. A while ago I read Fangirl. Fangirl is about this girl Kath who writes fan fiction, and this is the fan fiction that she writes in those books. So this is like the story from inside the story, and I loved Fangirl, but I didn't want to pick this up right after I finished it, so I saved it for a while, and now I feel like I'm ready to read it. It's basically a spin-off Harry Potter, or it's a spin-off Kath's worlds Harry Potter. So like in Kath's World, there's a series that's really similar to Harry Potter, and this is her fan fiction that she wrote based on that series. And this is not a short book, it's long, but I feel like it's gonna be a really fun read. I've just heard that it's really happy and makes you smile a lot. I guess Christmas time is the time for these kind of books for me. I'm not sure why, but I'm really excited to get into it because I love Rainbow Rowell's books, and it's been a while since I read one. That's all I have to say on that one, I think. Okay guys, those are all the books that I'm planning to read in the month of December. I'll probably read a couple more, hopefully, if I get back into my normal reading pattern. These are the ones that I really feel in the mood to read, and I'm really excited about this month's reading. I don't know why. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books and what books you're planning to read in the month of December. Do you guys have like Christmas themed books, or what do you feel like reading around Christmas time? Because I feel like I should want to read winter themed books, but let me know down below what you guys are in the mood for around Christmas time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'm Miss Emma Reads on all my social media, which I will put down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on Monday with a new video.